Rockets defense of late hasn't been looking too good, huh? Played the Atlanta Hawks last night. They gave up 134, and this wasn't a road game. This one happened at Toyota Center. You saw some good games. Jabari Smith Jr. You see those numbers? Holy crap. 34 points, 8 of 14 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3, 14 of 14 from the line. I love seeing that. And he also had 13 boards and 4 blocks. That was a nice night for Jabari Smith Jr., even though the Rockets lost. Fred VanVleet had 32. Jalen Green. The people are getting frustrated about Jalen Green after last night's game. But more people are talking about what Dillon Brooks did. Because Dillon Brooks is at it again. And some people find his actions distasteful. But honestly, I like a character that understands his role when it comes to entertaining me. And you'll never guess what Dillon Brooks went after last night.
See,
that's
he might be out of here.
At.
Well, you almost feel like it's just a bad instinct at this point. That's something he's got a deep six. You can't be hitting guys in the man parts. Instant flagrant, or he was ejected when he first came in.
Yeah, it was a flagrant 2 in that one.
And I almost feel like it's an instinct because he went to go help Okongwu up and saying, "Hey, are you okay? My fault." So whatever that is, that's got to be deep six, which means don't do it again.
After review, the foul has been deemed a flagrant foul penalty 1 on Dillon Brooks for making unnecessary contact with the groin area of Onyeka Okongwu.
So Onyeka Okongwu set up a screen. Dillon Brooks went through the screen. His right arm hit Okongwu in the nuts. Dillon tried to help him up. It was clearly unintentional. But the problem is, Dillon Brooks has done this so much that now whenever he does it, people are going to assume that he did it maliciously and violently. I also thought it was kind of funny to hear the 180 that Ryan Hollins on the commentary, Space City Home Network, has gone from being excited about Brooks getting ejected his first preseason game for hitting, what was it, Tice in the Nads?
Sure.
To last night, hey, you gotta deep six that. I'm pretty sure, by the way, you got to 86 that, but hey.
I will say, yeah, is it what is deep six?
I don't know. I think Ryan Hollins might have heard something and was repeating it. I've done the same thing myself, so I'm not gonna hate.
Yeah, we've all.
I'm pretty sure the term is 86 though. When you're running out of something at a restaurant, that means you got to stop serving it.
Okay.
86.
Yeah, we've all had phrases or stuff that we've heard, and I think this works in context.
I used to think it was nipped in the butt for the longest time. It's nipped in the bud. Nipped in the butt sounds exactly the same, though. Makes sense. Like, you don't want us to bite you in the ass.
I will say the preseason one, in Ryan Hollins' defense, the preseason one was very funny.
It was!
That he got kicked out literally 5 minutes into the first preseason game. This one, I get why it's a little bit more all right, dude, these games count. Can you stop?
But it was funny, too. I thought it was funny.
I mean, it is. I mean, because it is so weird to try to, I don't know, look for intent. Where it's I don't know, one guy's in a defensive stance trying to get around a guy who's purposely getting in his way. I don't know. It is something where I feel like the last few years, or especially last year's playoffs, remember it was once a series, someone would get thrown out of a game for hitting someone in the nuts. It's some of these are just accidents. You're just going to get hit in the nuts sometimes, guys.
Sean, a man by the name of Bob Ross once said that some accidents are happy.
Oh, okay. Was he talking about nuts?
I don't think he was talking about assaults on the Nads. Okay. However, bear with me here. I think we have an investment opportunity. How many of you listening in your car right now, watching on twitch.tv/ESPN 97.5, how many of you guys have worn a cup while playing sports? How many? I bet some people did at a young age, but did you do it for the entirety of your career?
I did in baseball, but only when I played infield. When I played outfield.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I know for me, growing up, that I wore a cup, I think probably until 5th grade. And then when I actually needed the cup, I was like, nah. Because it's restrictive and it's uncomfortable.
Too cool for it. Yeah.
And what are the odds that you're going to get hit there?
That's the whole thing with in baseball. It's well, if you're standing on third or second base, the ball might just get smoked to you, take a weird bounce, and bad things can happen.
In baseball more than anywhere,
Yeah.
I get it.
But also when I played center field, I was like, that won't happen, so I don't need it.
But football or basketball, it can happen a lot. And guess how many players wear those in football and basketball?
If someone wore a cup on the basketball team, like, I don't think they would be made fun of so much like the first practice.
Yes. It's funny. It's one of
You
those
see 'em
things.
slip it in. You're like, what are you doing?
It's not just uncomfortable. It's something you're going to get made fun of for. And as someone who once made a tackle and got kneed in the stuff and stepped on and had a bruised Ramalama Ding Dong for a while, it lasted like 4 weeks. It was tender. I still did not put on a cup back on after that. So, Dillon Brooks is all of a sudden just hitting ads everywhere. Pop, pop, boop, boop. He's booping people.
He's not booping people.
He's booping them.
He's thwacking them.
He's booping their ball. He's booping their balls.
Booping makes it okay.
Boop, boop.
That's what you do to good puppers.
Well,
That's what he's doing to Nads.
he's doing it to Nads. Intentionally, Ryan Hollins seems to think he has an instinct to do it. I don't know.
An addiction, like John Morant.
That's an interesting rabbit hole to go down. Let's get out of that rabbit hole. Listen, guys, I think it's time for us to find a company that we can invest in that makes cups. Because I think cups are going to come back in the NBA. And I'm guessing since most of the players in the NBA are very tall, that we're going to invest in a company that makes the biggest cups. So if there is what's the store for big and tall men? Is it just called Big and Tall Men? I don't know if there's a Big and Tall Men jock strap department, but if anybody out there knows, we're going to keep this to ourselves, this investment. If anyone out there knows about a company that makes big and tall cups, guys, we're about to make stonks to the moon because Dillon Brooks has everybody in basketball terrified that they're going to get hit in the bits and piece. And that is an investment opportunity for all of us. 713-780.
Insider trading.
3776. It's not insider trading. This is common sense. This is common sense based off of our own observations. Dillon Brooks hitting people in the balls is going to make NBA players buy cups because they're scared about their junk. They're going to be scared. They're going to put that stuff on. They're going to strap up, and we're going to roll in cup money. Our cup will runneth over. Payne just got a thought at 713-780-3776. Pena, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Paul?
Yo.
Hey, I got a cup story for you. Let me ask you the question first. The only time I ever wore a cup was when I was playing catcher.
That makes sense.
Story, so my story, when I was in 8th grade, I want to believe, I think we're like 6 games into our football season, and I rushed and I was about to get the quarterback, and he had let go of the ball, and he nut checked me, and I got a roughing the passer foul penalty on me because I pushed him. I was like, dude, what was that for, man? You didn't have the ball.
So he did one of the little sneaky
no
flicks. So it wasn't even a violent, like, just uppercut. This was one of those.
No,
just a little back of the hand flick. Oh.
And, right. And before I go, that's all I have to say. But before I go, I'm going to be busy for the next 2 days, and I don't think you're going to be in the air. So I just want to get this out there. Look at Mars, baby. We're taking the natty, baby. Let's go.
Oh, that's true.
Thank you, Pena. Great call. Call of the year right there.
So he got the boop.
Yeah, he got the
backhanded boop. It's more painful than someone winding up and just punching you there. It's weird. Men can't explain it, but it is science. And the other science is that NBA players are about to invest in big and tall jock straps, and we're going to make money. Thank you, Dillon Brooks. Thank you. Let's invest together. Hashtag stonks, hashtag to the moon. Paul Galancho, ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. 713-780-3776 to call in, to text in. Someone texted in that they wore a cup for fencing. Yeah, that makes sense. Fencing and baseball, I get it. Football and basketball, not so much. But I would understand why someone would start wearing it after getting traumatized down there. And that's what I think basketball players are going to do because they're scared of Dillon the villain. Coming for that boop